Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Am I audible to all of you? Oh. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Maria. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh my God. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Oh, Priyanka. Okay. Manoj. Kranti. Prahat. Satya. Okay. Yeah. Good evening. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Sure. Today. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Good evening. Bhavan. Good evening. Oh, yes. Uh, very good afternoon to all the accesses. This is Manjunatha CG, Assistant Professor, IFM Law School, Bangalore. From the bottom of my heart, I would like to just welcome all the aspirants, my students, my well-wishers, my neighbor, and of course, all the aspirants of the law. It's a great privilege. At least I can just render a squirrel service in this kind of a platform to all the people who are wish aspirant and the people who are already doing our law courses, and of course the common layman's and the people who are already have a knowledge, and of course everybody who are there. It's a kind of a great opportunity. I would like to just render my service in this a good platform for the path setting of a law. It's my privilege to all of you friends. It's a thank you so much. Thank you so much for all of you are all access here. It's a kind. It's a kind. Uh, okay. Uh, many of them are joining. Okay, let them join, friends. Let me start with the concept of this. The role of a criminal law to ensure a justice to this, not as a victim for this, the people of the society. What is the role of the criminal law to provide a justice to the people, all the societies, not only for the just and a society. The victims are there, many people. What kind of a justice are necessary? Is that a criminal justice? Yes, I can say good afternoon to one and all present, and of course, my heartfelt good afternoon to everybody. I think I'll just move on to good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure. It's my pleasure to just uh, convey by just a squirrel, a small amount of an uh, service to all of you people. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much. Very kind of to all of you. Okay, so let me start. So let all the people can just join over here. See, the concept which has been chosen here, the role of a criminal law, the role of a criminal law to ensure a justice to the people or the society. How this a criminal law, how this a criminal law is ensuring the providing a justice to the needy people and the society. It's a very clear, friends. The justice is nothing but only to the people who need it. The justice should be provided to the society, even for the upcoming the society, upcoming the people. See, nowadays everybody, yes, Chud Balaji, yes, Sruti. Yes, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. After a long time. So, Nirupama, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think I'm audible to all of you. Am I audible? Am I audible and visible to all of you? I think so. Hope so. I'm audible. My face is visible to all of you. You can just respond it, not a problem. Very good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Brittany. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Devi is there. That's perfect. So that clear. Yes, everything is clear. Okay. Hope so. We can start the concept here, friends. Uh, let me start with the bottom of a line. Okay. Let me start with the bottom of a line. How the law will be ensuring a justice. I think let me just minimize and maximize. The role of a criminal law to ensure the justice. So how the criminal law is playing a vital role, the pivotal role to provide justice to the society, not only to the society, the people who need the justice for everybody, everybody. First of all, do we have any common set of knowledge about the law? What do you mean by law? Is that law have any universal definition about the law? Is that to have the universal application to the society? What do you mean by law? See, we do not have any particular one definition of a law is there for every great people, every scholar, every eminent personality. They have been given their own idea about in the sphere of law. The law is something like a unique friends. Okay, so there was one good adage has been given by the Grot, Abhishek, not visible. So I think if it is not visible, I think hope so you can refresh it. You can just refresh it. Yes. Okay. Good. After a long back, I'm listening to roaring. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Do we have any particular definition, any one legislation? Look here, friend. Every country have their own kind of a set of law. Every kind. See, how we have a 196 country. 196 countries are there. Okay, so 196. Of course, it's a resemble to the backside. So we have a 196 country. Each country 196 minus one, minus means of course obviously the one country is not officially recognized, friend. So though it is not officially recognized, they have their own set of a law legislation. Okay, they have their own meaning of a law. Then what exactly meaning of a law? So first we have to know what do you mean by law. Then we can identify the justice. Sir, this law is there, we need a justice. What do you mean by law? First of all, law is a common phenomenon. We do not have any particular one definition of a law. Everyone have their given their own idea about your law, friends. See, so let me give one most important definition, or the concept or the viewpoint has been given by the great person is called as an John Huston. Of course, the many people who have been joined here, so though they have just a little bit of knowledge about this, people, scholar, everything, let me give a unique manner or a common manner. See, the John Austin, his contribution in the field of a law is very unique. To be frank with your friend, there was an adage has been given in the common society. So we have a separate kind of a sphere: advocacy, doctor, engineer. Okay, so and of course, obviously, many of the pharmaceutical people, teacher, professors, administration, many. Uh, I think Shivanaga, I think you have to be refresh it. I think maybe connection problem. You just refresh it and rejoin. Okay, so I can give you. See, in all the sphere, every profession is a noble profession. Okay, every profession is a noble profession. Out of that, the law, okay, is something unique, friends. It's something unique. It will be pertaining to every kind of an aspect. You can take the economics, you can take a management, you can take a human resource, you can take a managerial aspect, you can take a functional aspect. Everywhere the law is supporting in one or the other way. So therefore it's very clear, friends, the law is playing a very vital role, very unique vital role for getting a justice. So how this law is providing a justice, okay, how this law is providing a justice, let us discuss some of the key point, some of the key point of the definition. John Austin, he said that Law means it's the rules and the regulation. Okay, friend. We don't have any one particular legislation. Thank you. So we don't have a one particular definition about the meaning of law. So let me give just a small common concept which has been given by the great person, Mr. John Huston. He said that law means it's a rules, regulations made by the political sovereign authority. Okay, friend. Political sovereign authority for the quite long back period, friend. The political sovereign, either it may be king or a queen. They used to make a rules and regulation, and of course, that rules and regulation will be abide to the society. Okay, so John Austin said that law means rules, regulation made by the political sovereign authority. People must obey. Okay, people must obey irrespective of anything. If the people did not obey, they're liable to punish. See, the definition has been given clearly, friends. John Austin, the law means a rule, the regulation made by the political sovereign authority. People must obey. If you're not obeying, there will be punishment. See, would that be a good definition of a law? Is that a good unique law? Is it a definition? Is will be universally applicable? Some of them have been criticized. You can just commonly take, friends. They said that the rules or regulation made by political sovereign authority, people must obey. You have to obey. What I'm making, you have to obey. Otherwise, you are liable to punish. Would it be a universal definition? Would it be a good definition? Was it be a unique definition? No, 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 no. Somebody said that no, it's just a gunman theory. It's a gunman theory. Somebody putting a gun behind us, do this work, otherwise I will kill you. So he said you have to follow, irrespective of your innocence. For example, I said that I am the political sovereign. Hey, in my country, everybody has to follow the similar law what I am following, irrespective of you. Then, if you are not following, that will going to be punished. Was it be a definition? No, no way. It is not a kind of a good definition. Why? Because even though we are not at all willing to follow, we have to follow. Then it is not a good definition. For this one, though it is not a universal definition, friend, this definition is there now. What has been given by the great person, Mr. John Huston, rules or regulation made by the political sovereign authority, people must obey. This we can view, friend, in one country. Okay, so one country, North Korea, friends. North Korea is the best example. Okay, North Korea is the best example. Of course, Mr. Kim Jong-un, he said, whatever the rules is making, you have to follow the king. This North Korean country, people have to follow it. See, this definition will be applicable. The definition has been given by the John Austin. It is there. It is applicable. It is applicable. Okay, so it is applicable. See, recently, Mr. Kim Jong-un, he made one rule. What is that? That our country people are not supposed to exactly follow my style of an hair cutting. Otherwise, they will be punished. See, the same thing will be applicable. And he made one small rule. What is that? So, in one of his family has been passed away. He said, another 3 months, nobody has to go any kind of a recreation because in my family, mourning is happening. So, this shows that autocratic rules. In some of the few country, we can view this. So law, these kind of laws exist. So therefore, before just getting an justice, we have to know what is a law. In India, what kind of law is available? Is that law is a justice to all of us? Is that law is justice to all of us? Yes, good afternoon, good afternoon. So all of you, so therefore, friends, see, this is the definition has been given. See, rules and regulation made by the political sovereign authority, people has to obey. Sometimes it's not good. So when we just look into the another concept, some of the other great people has been given by Salmond and of course the great person called Montesquieu. So their contribution to the world is something like an eunuch. So what is that? So law means principle and the regulation which will help us to get a justice. Yes. So he said that law means it's a rule through regulation principle. It helps us to get a justice, which means what? Law is a weapon or a tool to get a justice. Then, of course, we can accept it. Yeah. So we can use the law as a weapon. We can use the law as a means for getting a justice. Then definitely that will be applicable. So therefore, when we took this some kind of a concept, friend, law means a rules, a principle, we can get a justice. Okay. So you can just tell me, friend, do the world scenario, the entire world scenario, what we have, are you sure everybody's are getting in a proper justice? Though we have a huge amount of regulations, laws are there, legislations are there, many rules, many legal phenomena are there. Since from the ancient time to till today, we have a huge amount of legislations are there. Do you agree, friends? All of you can just tell me, all of you friends, do you agree Are you sure all the victimized people or all the society, can we people are getting a nominal justice? Can we are getting a justice, friends? Can you just tell me, all of you? Hmm? Good afternoon to all of you. Can is that yes? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So can just any one of you can just respond me? Are you sure we are getting a justice, friends? Though we have a couple of umbrella of legislation in our country, umbrella of legislation in our country. Do we are getting? Do we are getting? Okay. Yes. 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 Hello. 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 Yes. 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 Do we are getting a justice? Okay. Hope so. We'll go. We'll continue here. Can just tell me, friend? Hmm. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure having you on a screen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much to all of you. Uh, very good afternoon. Just that long time. Yes, Simma. Good afternoon, sir. It is reflecting. It's reflecting. All of you people have just. Shruti. Okay. I think maybe it's reflecting as usual. So yes, friends. The law means to provide a justice. It's a principle. It's an administration to get a justice here, friend. Just a justice here. So then let us discuss how this criminal law, see, we can just take a very commonly, how this criminal law, look at friend, we do have a lot of a very different stream, criminal law, civil law, matrimonial law, administrative tribunal, labor, very different laws are there, streams are there. Is that every laws or every streams are providing in a justice? How to provide a justice, what to provide a justice, I will tell you. Since it's a matter of an experience, we have to know, friends, we have to know, unless until without having a complete adequate knowledge of anything, we are very hard to get a justice, very hard to get a justice. Yes, good, very good. So it's a very clear, friends. So then what do you mean by justice, friends? Justice, see, all just we discuss law means it's a tool to get a justice. Law is a tool to get a justice. Then what is justice? What do you mean by justice? How justice can be obtained? See, it's a very clear. My what I am trying to say, how this criminal law will play the very vital role to provide a justice. First of all, we have to know what do you mean by justice. Justice will be provided for the crime or an offense. What is an offense? What is an justice for this offense? We have to discuss. See, justice, somebody has been given list of people has been filed it out the justice. There was one person called Mr. Benjamin. Okay, the Benjamin, he has said that justice is a truth in action. Justice is a truth in action. So what is intention is we have to get a truth. What we are getting is truth. The truth is an injustice. The truth is an justice. How, what kind of a truth we can get it over here, friend? Say, take for example, in the earliest time, Manu Smriti time, okay, the first person in the earth, according to Hindu mythology, is a Manu. According to, of course, the Christian is a person. And Adams is it like that? So what Manu said that if you are a trader, if you are a businessman, if you are a trader, if you're a businessman, if you're a service provider, when you are selling a product, your measurements are there now, the weights are there now, it should be correct. Even though it's a 1 milligram is a less, you will liable to punish. The truth is, your responsibility you are not doing. If you are not doing your responsibility, definitely the truth can provide a justice. See how very uniquely this Benjamin said that law or the justice isn't a truth. Justice isn't a truth of action. Okay, so therefore, according to Mr. Benjamin, is what the justice isn't a truth. When we get a truth, of course, obviously, justice we get it here. So this is what the definition which has been given by Mr. Benjamin. Justice is a truth in action. Okay, so just followed by this Benjamin, there was another great person called another a very unique person called his name called of course Isaac. So after this, we'll go for a common things how this roles are is playing here. So what Isaac, okay, Isaac Asimova, the very beautiful person, Isaac Asimova. What is that? People who do not expect a justice. Okay, people who do not expect a justice don't have to, okay, they don't have to suffer disappointment. See, the Isaac Mua, okay, Isaac Mua, he said that people, you don't expecting a justice, please don't suffer a disappointment. That means what? Justice is a satisfaction. What kind of a satisfaction? I filed a case. I filed a case. The common person has filed a case. What is that? See, let me get taken one unique things. A person who has been admitted to the hospital due to the doctor negligence, the patient got some unique problem, and because of the negligence of the doctor, the person who passed away, and the case has been filed before the court of law. The court has been awarded 1 crore rupees as a compensation to the deceased person family. Now the question is that 1 crore rupees a compensation, was it be a satisfaction to the person's life? No. What is satisfaction? See, certain things cannot be measurable, friend. Certain things cannot be measured. Satisfaction means what? The justice is satisfaction according to this Isaac Amua. So he said very clearly. So if you are, okay, if you are not expecting a justification, please don't disappoint it. Okay, don't suffer it disappointed. You filed the case, let the justification has to come. So the justice, you filed the case at the age of 18 years, but you receive the judgment at the age of 99 years. Was it be a satisfaction? No. Then what are the loopholes are happening? What are the procedures are there? Though we have a couple of rules to regulation, many things are there, but how it is not happening? So therefore, friends, that great person, Mr. Isaac Amua, he said that so justice means people do not expect a justice. Please don't suffer a disappointment. Which means what? If you are satisfied, you will be get judged. If you are satisfied, you are a justifiable person. So this is the definition. I mean, the concept has been given by Mr. Isaac Amua. So followed by there was another great person called. Now we'll get the concept of a justice, friend. That is named called as a Lavender. Okay, so Savaja Lavender. This is all the great person has been given concept. So what he said that, friend, yes, what he said that, friend, justice delayed, it's the injustice. If the justice is delayed, it's the injustice. It is not a justice at all. I told you, my friend, the person who filed the case at the age of 13 years, he received though the justice on behalf of him, but he received the justice at the age of 50 years. Then, was it be a justice? Was it be an injustice? Was it be a reasonable things? What he said that obviously, if the just though you got to receive the justice, but it's denied, okay, it's denied, then it is an injustice. So the question is, what is the time limitation? Okay, if I file the case or if the person does something wrong, when we can claim the justice? How to claim a justice? How? So therefore, friend, just keep in your mind, friend. So though you are a law aspirant, though you are a law person, so though one who want to become an advocate, the one who want to become a pleader, one who want to become a judicial person, one who want to become a judge, barrister, many things, we have to keep this thing, friend. Okay, so nobody will come before the court of law, nobody will come to the great person, nobody will come to the before the authority unless until their demand. Okay, so if you are fulfilling their demand on the right time, then definitely you are on the good track, and of course the person also will be happy. So therefore, so justice, friend, satisfaction, truth, and the reasonable, but it should be get only according to the proper exact time. If you're not getting, no way. Then what are the loopholes are happening, friends? Many loopholes are there. Let me give one of the very unique concept of this one. I think many of you know. I told you out of a 196 country, America is a more developed country, even in the law. America, they have been introduced one of the most important legislation for the criminal justice, friend. The law name can be called the federal, okay? The Federal Death Penalty Act 1988. Please be careful. The Federal Death Penalty Act 1988. 1988 only the law has been passed. Why? To provide a criminal justice to the people who need it. Federal Death Penalty Act 1988. You know what he said that? In that legislation, they said that if anybody committing a homicide, okay, so homicide means not committing a murder, friend, but your activity is to make a comment. Yes, please join. I think many of them, yes, thank you so much. So please join. We will continue here. Okay, so therefore, according to this Federal Death Penalty Act 1988, it's a very clear, friend. If anybody committed a homicide, not a murder, okay, homicide means you're not committed a murder, but your act make him to get murder. Okay, for example, one person is running behind the other person. Take for example, Mr. A want to commit a rape against this B. The A want to be running behind this lady. The lady was running, but she got slapped. Okay, she got fell down and she got died. Though he did not commit a murder, because of him she ran away and she fell down. She get died. It is called a homicide. Okay, this homicide, according to Indian Penal Code section 299 of, it's very clear, this is also culpable homicide only. This is the best example. Okay, but in Federal Act, the Federal Death Penalty Act 1988, what the law said that, friend, if you are committing a homicide, it will be death penalty. But for your kind information, the same American, the national, the criminal report has been given, friend. In America, though many people has been involved in a terrorism activity to killing a people, their case is still pending. Their case is still pending. Then is it the justice? Justice is there, friend. The only thing is somewhere inefficiency is happening. Somewhere inadequacy is happening. Then how to resolve this inefficiency? How to resolve this inadequacy? So the only thing is, friend, I told you, if you have a proper education, if you have a proper education, it doesn't mean studying a course, friend. If you want to become an advocate, you must have a law education. If you want to become a doctor, you must have a medicine education. If you want to become an engineer, you must have an, of course, obviously construction knowledge. So all those things is education. If you do not have that education, definitely you can provide a justification, friend. You cannot provide a justification. So therefore, just having this kind of an, hey, I have been done, I'm in this position, it doesn't mean it is justification. Provide it, then only it is called a justification. So let me come to the point here, friend. The first and foremost, okay, the first and foremost, the criminal law which has been introduced in India is, of course, our own Indian Penal Code 1860. Is it, friend? Indian Penal Code. Indian Penal Code. Okay, the Indian Penal Code 1860. Indian Penal Code 1860. Oh, this happened, friend. What is Indian Penal Code? I think you might have known, friend, the Indian Penal Code has been introduced by the great person called Thomas Babington Macaulay. Thomas Babington Macaulay. He is of course, Thomas Babington Macaulay. I think you might have heard about, friend. Thomas Babington Macaulay, his contribution is a great to India also, apart from Indian Penal Code. He drafted, friend. He drafted the Indian Penal Code. Okay. At the same time, his contribution to India is another unique thing. You know what is that, friend? He is the person, one who brought the English language to India. Now, what we are getting in a benefit of the English education from Raja Ram Mohan Rai, but the English education, English language has been introduced to India is Mr. Lord Macaulay. The same Lord Macaulay has been introduced. The first criminal law in India is Indian Penal Code, friend. So this Indian Penal Code has been introduced from the first law commission in the year of 1837. They drafted this, okay? Drafted this, but of course, obviously, finally the framework has been done. The draft of the Indian Penal Code to provide a justice to the victim. Okay, exactly, and at the same time, of course, obviously, provided justice to the victim, and of course, the punishment, penalization to the assailant, the criminals, offender, one who committed a crime. You're not believing Indian Penal Code is consisting of 23 chapters, okay, and 511 provisions are there. Each provision speaks about you will get a punishment for this crime, you will get a punishment for this crime. What it be playing a role here? And for your kind information, come to the concept of this Lord Macaulay, friend. Though he drafted at the end, October 6, 1860, the final draft of the Indian Penal Code has been decided, okay, but it came into existence on January 1st, 1862. But the question is, friend, here, though the Lord Macaulay has been created, though the Lord Macaulay has been drafted this Indian Penal Code, but for your kind information, he didn't survive when the law has been introduced, when the law has been executed. So that means what, friend? It's very clear. So when do we get an opportunity? Let us utilize the opportunity and succeed our skill, friend. We don't want to wait. Therefore, justice delayed, it's an injustice. Okay, then Indian Penal Code, lot of religious, lot of concepts are there. So if you're committing a crime, so take for example, what do you mean by, see, now we go, justice means, of course, getting a satisfaction, getting a truth, getting a reasonableness. Okay, all those things can be called as justice. It may be in any form, any form. Sir, he has been committed a death against my family member and he has to be executed. Then that can become a satisfaction of the truth or a justice to the person one who committed a crime. Take for example, friend, when Mr. Hyder Ali time, of course, is there was a great person, Tipu Sultan time. They have a law, they have a criminal law here, eye to eye, hand to hand, leg to leg. If the person has been committed this kind of, you have been committed a crime to the eye, your eye will be removed. Hand to hand, leg to leg. So this has been done. Then we have an ample of legislations in India for the criminal legislation. Yes, criminal legislation, from do many things are there, many things are there. How this law, okay, take for example, sir, somebody committed a rape, sir, somebody committed a theft, somebody committed a dacoity, somebody committed an extortion, but how do we prove it? How do we prove it? Take for example, I told you very clear, friend. If we want to get a justice, obviously you must have a knowledge. But if you are not getting a knowledge at the right time, you can also play something like that. So we have a concept called diamond cut a diamond. Is that? See, there was a concept is that somebody said that 99, okay, 99 criminal can escape. One innocent cannot be escaped. This is only movie highlight. This is only movie dialogue. It should not be practically implemented. Correct? Let 99 criminals can punish, even though the innocent can also be escaped. Then provide a justice. Then what is the rules are there? Let me give one of the very important case here. In that case, see how the knowledge of criminal law will help to get a justice here. Take for example, there was one of the beautiful case. It's not a beautiful case for the knowledge of criminal procedure is a beautiful case. Husband and wife, okay, husband and wife, they have a 3 years old kid. Okay, and the place where they are lived, it's a very remote place, close to their house. Only some few houses are there. Only few houses are there. One fine day, see, that husband is a very brutal person. Okay, every day he was abusing. Okay, and evening he is supposed to come to the house, he was beating like a wife, like anything. So one fine day, what happened? As usual, he was abused. He came to house and he almost all torturing his wife like anything, friends, anything. But randomly, though he doesn't have any intention, randomly he stroked his wife. Because of the stroke, he fell down and she died. Then the case came before the court. Somebody has been the family members of the care. They filed a case against the husband on behalf of the deceased lady. But for your kind information, friend, Indian Penal Code speaks about obviously if you're committed a murder, you will be liable for a death penalty. But there's no eyewitness. We have an Indian Evidence Act 1872. According to Indian Evidence Act, the right, okay, the evidence can be only, see, the morality will not play the work, friend. Only evidence. Hey, Sachin Tendulkar is a great person. Common man is a common man. If both of them committed a crime, I mean, both will be responsible. Morality will not play. Law is a law. Why? Because everybody abide by the law. Not only few people will be abide by the law. Everybody. Law is everything. Constitution is everything. Everybody has to be respect to the law. Then only the law will be existing. In this case, obviously, what happened? Because of no eyewitness, the case as dismissed, and the person who acquitted, friends. I mean, acquitted means there is no evidence who acquitted. Finally, the case has been came before the appeal. Advocate played a very vital role. The role of criminal, he said it. In an appeal case, you are not believing, friend. That advocate, he created one evidence. That evidence make him to be liable, and the court has verified, hey, yeah, this is the person is a culprit who committed a murder. Let him get a punishment, and he has been prosecuted for almost all life imprisonment. You know what was that evidence? What is it that? It's a very clear, friend. So since their house is a very remote places, okay, and close to their house, only few of them houses are there. The crime happened at the time of 11 o'clock. At the time of 11 o'clock, he brought all the neighboring people before the court, and they have been requested before the court of law. So just give me a chance for the re-examination for the witness. The court has been given a permission. Of course, the court invoke. You have to invoke court is there. No, that is a talent. So they gave the permission. Okay, so you tell me, every day night you people are listening anything close by to your area. The people, all the neighboring said that no, we are not listening anything. Nothing. They are listening anything. They are listening anything. But friends, okay, they're not listening anything, but they have listened something on the day of that murder happened. What is it? 3 years old child. It has screamed like anything, Your Honor. The 3 year child, it has screamed. The scream, the level the child has been screamed, it went to the neighboring people. And the people, the neighbor, they did not have a knowledge. None of the day the child has been screamed. The child voice screamed because the event happened. Her father has committed, killed his wife. Then the court has been accepted. The child screaming is an evidence. The child screamed because of the father has committed. Because it's almost 10:50 to 11 o'clock. And the court held that, yes, you will be liable for the death penalty. I mean, this life imprisonment. This shows, friend, procedure. See? Evidence are there. No eyewitness. Play this one. See, actually, it is called as circumstantial evidence. Circumstance create. There is no eyewitness, but the circumstance is very clear. See how a common lady can sit with a stranger in a very vulgar manner. That shows obviously she was in some other kind of a relationship. This shows another. This is what creating friend to get a justice. It should be there. So how you will get this kind of a knowledge? Only when you are completely equipped with the knowledge of law, the area of where you have been taken into consideration. So therefore, friend, it play the very vital role. So the present come to scenario here, friend. Now, of course, friends, we do have a cyber crime. The cyber crime is one of the deadly, dangerous crimes are happening in the world scenario, and of course, it has not left in India also. For your kind information, we started using an internet facility there for 1996, August 31st. But you're not believing, friends, from within 1999, cyber law came into existence. Why? Because the amount of a cyber crime happened in India. The amount of cyber crime happened in India, it's a unique. Therefore, the government of India, they brought a legislation called information technology in the name of a cyber crime. Information technology in the name of a cyber crime. The question is, friend, is that cyber crime happening? The people who are, see, there is a three kind of a cyber crime. One is cyber crime against person, cyber crime against the government, cyber crime against a property. Properties, of course, obviously nowadays you can see, friend, so your money has been stolen by the cyber crime, that will become. But the most elegant cyber crime in India is, friend, cyber crime against a person. Obscene information, okay, sending comes to sexual harassment. This is happening. Was this crime is eradicated with the help of information technology? No. I will tell you the real scenario, friend. Information Technology Act will clearly speak, yes, we will going to be eradicated. See, not only the e-commerce we will go to be eradicated. The question is, what happened, friend, here? What happened? The cybercrime is prevented? No. The cybercrime is not prevented. Why? Because, friend, the same information, you can go to the cyber police station, they will say, sir, this crime is there. No, this cyber crime has been done the person one who sits in the overseas country. So therefore, we are not able to be fined. They will say MLIT. MLIT means Ministry of a Legal Treaty between this America and India. If I want to catch hold of the person who sat in the overseas country, I have to take a permission from the Ministry of Legal Affairs, Ministry of the Broadcasting here. Then I can go. For this one, it will take more than 6 months. Then where is the justice? This is the lacuna for getting a justice, friend. Inadequacy of justification, inadequacy of a procedure, inadequacy of a police authority, inadequacy of a judges. I will tell you, inadequacy of how judges are playing. How? You're not believing, friend? The cases are running, okay? The cases are running. Maybe after 1 week, we will get a justice. Suddenly, the judge will get transferred. Suddenly, the judge will get transferred. Another judge will come. Again, we have to give a complete data in front of the new judge. Again, time consuming. Therefore, I said, friend, justice delayed, it's an injustice only. This is the lacuna is happening. Why not? So let them clear it off. So these are all the problems happening, friend. Many problems are happening. You're not believing, friend. Same from Arthashastra, Manu. Okay. So in the Holy Quran, okay, Bible, many of the rules are there. They're providing a justice here. You're not believing, friend. Earlier time, Manu Smriti. Okay. So he said that Arthashastra, Manu Smriti, Yagnavalkya, they said they have done a rules or regulation at the time only. Till today, we have been converted into legislation, but it's playing a role. No. Still we're in the lacuna. Different. So the role of a criminal law, what is criminal law? Criminal justice means protect the personal right and the liberty against the society or any other person who are committing a crime against other people. Okay, so it's highly impossible. It is highly impossible. We do have a lot of legislation. Indian Penal Code, Offenders Act, Dowry Prohibition Act, okay, Sexual Harassment Act, okay, the Scheduled Tribes and Schedule Act, okay, Atrocity Act 1989, okay, Drugs and Cosmetics Act, Essential Commodities Act, Negotiable Instruments Act, Labor Welfare Legislations, Prevention of Sexual Harassment against 2030 before the workplaces, okay, many legislations are there. But whether the justice, the only three things has been mentioned, you're not believing, friend, because of these kind of an lacuna, Mr. Malimat, okay, he has been reported, friends. These criminal justice, when we want to get a justice means we have to follow something like that. You're not believing, he has been recorded 158 recommendation to get justice. 158 recommendation. What is that? Appoint more judges, establishment of more courts, establishment of a judicial authorities, okay, to just open an opportunity for everybody, let them can become a legal luminary in every field. But happening, you're not believing, it has happened in 2003 till today, none of the single regulation has been implemented, friend. Then where is the justice? We can find it. But I told you very clearly, friend, justice is there in our hand. We have to be included. We have to be get it over it. Okay. So take for example, you're not believing, friend, National Crime Bureau report. You're not believing. Okay. As per the 2018, I'm just giving you, friend, out of 100 criminals, okay, out of 100 criminals, only 16, out of 100 criminals, only a 16, okay, only 16 criminals are convicting. 84 percentage of the people are not crime, not a committing, no conviction, though they are a criminal. Why? Because of the lacuna, which means it is not just a matter of lacuna in that society, in that system, lacuna in ourselves. How do we? I just give the example of the case, no? Diamond cut diamond, like that. Follow the procedure. Follow the procedure. Procedure. We have to know the procedure. What is that? See, according to the Indian Penal Code, if the person has been committed a crime below the age of 12, 7 years, or below the age of 12 years, obviously they are escaped. The person who have a criminal mind now, they will use these people, they will commit a crime. Then where is it? Then use the pose of an abetment crime. Use that. Take it. So make it as a, what is that? The person, instead of a person one who committed a crime, okay? Instead of a person one who committed a crime, who instigating, let him punish more. So punishment should be happen as early as possible. How? Knowledge, you have to be included, friend. Okay, you're not believing out of 100, and okay, only 16 conviction means the procedures are there. So though we have an elegant and legal luminaries, top advocates are there, okay, top brand advocates are there, advocacy skills are there, knowledge, but the only thing is we have to be utilized in the right path to provide a justice. And you're not believing, from same national crime report has been given, you're not believing, according to 2018 report, 67.2 percentage of the people under trial, no decided, under trial, friend, 67 percentage. Then where we can find why 67 percentage of under trial, the people who are not being decided? The only thing is what happened. This is what the problem. No court proceeding properly happening. I just give the example of judges are there, before giving a final judgment, it will be just transferring. Why don't they clear it? At the same time, the evidence, friend, evidence. To be frank with you, the provisions are there. So when we are just invoking commonly and legally, we have to be concentrate. Is there anything? How to be prove the evidence? How to inculcate the knowledge? That has to be done here. Okay. So therefore, law is a vast. Drink it, provide it. Okay. Not only just a drink, digestion and use it. Okay. So the only thing is what happened here, friend. If you have a knowledge, please implement it. Well, how you'll get a knowledge? Learn it. How you'll get a learning? From the unique authority, unique scenario, friends. Okay, unique scenario. 67.2 percentage of 100 trial means they are in a trial, friend. What about their family? I'll give one best example, friend. How the criminal roll up. In one case, brothers, what happened at the time of a cut off of a potato? Okay, so brothers got a, one thing, friend. As per the not only report, when you go to the just legal luminary, 33 percentage of the case is relating to family law only. I mean, the family matter. My brother property, that property, this property, something like that. Okay, so the thing is, what happened here, friend? Here, the one younger brother, he used the axe and just beat the big brother to his stomach. He got a severe injury. He got admitted. Okay, he got admitted. The thing is, what happened, friend? First, in a criminal case, what is it? We have to get a bail. How to get a bail? How to get a bail? It's a role of it's a justice. How to get a bail? We have to invoke the court. See the procedure, Your Honor. The person who beat because of the random mindset. Maximum 22 people dependents are there, Your Honor. If we put it in the prison, what about the 22 dependent people? Then the court will think, yeah, dependents, where they will go? Since they are a minor, since they are where they will go? What about their life? Accordingly, indirectly, economic activity will become down. So therefore, what the court will think, yeah, obviously. And sir, Your Honor, if you put him in a bar, he's suffering such a kind of a heinous diseases, then what is that? There are certain things are there. So he's the only one person. See, these are all the idea to implement it. But in that case, the court held that, okay, he has a 22 dependent. The person to whom he beat it is only one dependent. But they are struggling more than the 22 people dependent problem. Just take it, come up with them. Then the person has been in prison over more than 7 months. Okay, that means what? This is the way the trial can be happened. The evidence can be happened. Okay, so some of the cases, I'll give an example. See how to be proceed here, how the crimes are happening. So many people are giving a witness. See, we have an Indian Evidence Act. As per the Indian Evidence Act, if you give the statement today, Okay, if we give the statement today, tomorrow you cannot modify it. According to section 115 of the Indian Evidence Act 1872, if you give the witness today, tomorrow you cannot modify it. Same Indian Evidence Act, section 154, it speaks about hostile witness. If you can come, you came to give a witness on behalf of the person, convert it to against him. This is the procedure. This is the lacunas are playing. But how? Therefore, friends, we need a knowledge. We need a knowledge. Without a knowledge, knowledge is nothing but something like the unit. Just having and do it here. So therefore, friend, it's a unique concept for playing a very vital role here. So how this legal luminary, legal something is happening? Many things are there. See, when the government has taken initiative establishment of a fast track courts, when the fast track court has been appointed, you're not believing huge number of cases has been resolved and huge number of advocates are getting in a provisions. It doesn't mean, friend, you can take the management scenario also. Nowadays, the economic activity, money laundering activities are many playing a very unique problem, friend. So therefore, role criminal law, each criminal law have each knowledge. Try to get that knowledge, friend. Try to get the knowledge and to get a justice over here. If you do not implementing, obviously it's a highly impossible, friend, highly impossible. You're not believing Supreme Court has given a very clear cut guidelines. Police, you have to be have a knowledge at the time of providing a justice to the victim and punishment to the of course guilty people. But is that happening? It is to be happen only when you are giving a proper knowledge, friend. So therefore, the criminal law, we do have a lot of criminal laws are there, civil laws are there, matrimonial laws are there, many laws are there, friend. When we just look at it here, how many things are there. Is that the law can be provided justice here? How do we provide it? So therefore, all this kind of a rules and regulation knowledge, please implement it, friend. Just have a knowledge. Okay. So therefore, if you have a good knowledge, we will get a good providing and a justice, friend. So justice is not like something we can climb a more. Justice is a satisfaction. Justice is the truth. Justice is a right time reasonable thing. So therefore, justice not only getting, friend, justice should be provided. You are getting, please provide it. So therefore, how do we? With the education. Therefore, the proper knowledge, proper education will become from the right path. So use it and done it, friend. So therefore, it's a very unique thing. Criminal law, civil law, common law, anything should be there. Okay, anything. To be frank with you, many of the people have no knowledge about the cognizant, non-cognizant, but they're working in the judicial. Okay, see, sometimes you can see in the movie they'll say, hey, this is not in my jurisdiction, you're supposed to go to that police station, but the time is not there. But you're not feeling, you're not according to your knowledge, friend, though you do not have a jurisdiction. The same things about a non-cognizable report, you can take the case, sir, bring before the magistrate will help you. The case has to be filed there. This is the procedure, friend. See how the procedures are playing a role. Therefore, it is my thing, it's a very clear, friend. Justice not only provided, justice not only getting, justice should be equal to everybody. At the same time, it's happening. We have to be tried it hard work. Okay, so therefore, for this one, we need it. So hope so. We'll try for the best. We'll try for the best, and we'll do it here, friends. We'll try for the best, and we'll do it here. So thank you so much for your great, precious time, and hope so. It is a it is my privilege to at least render the good communication part of this concept of law. The law is an ocean, friends. Law is an ocean. Okay, law is an ocean, but understanding is very clear, friend. So how do we get it? We have to think like that. Okay, so thank you so much. Very kind of you. Okay, so therefore, justice not only can get before the court of law, justice can be climbed anywhere. Justice can be get anywhere, everywhere. On common people can provide a justice, friend. A common layman can provide a justice. Therefore, the justice, but in illegal, we have to be provided justice in the right path and the right platform. And of course, the path-setting rules are there. So therefore, everybody, let us inculcate a knowledge, let us gain a knowledge, provide a knowledge, get a knowledge, and not only just a provide, obviously we can also provide and get a justice to everybody in the right manner. Do not harm to everybody. So everyone are a human being. Human beings must have to be have some kind of a concern. Thank you so much. So thank you so much, all of you. Okay, it's my pleasure to be. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. So well, okay, yes. This is what. Okay, so therefore everything is in our hand. How to get it? We will do it. All the best. Thank you. Good. Then yes. Yes, Bhagwan, law or different religion point of view. Yes, Bhagwan, see, law is a different point of view there. At the same time, okay, at the same time, personal law also is there. Okay, so religious aspect will not say. Take for example, when we are in the olden days, though Muslim, though Hindu, but the Hindu law prevailed. But after a couple of days, okay, after a couple of days, the personal law came. The personal law can provide. For example, Hindu law have their Hindu religious regulation, and the personal law, this Muhammadan law, is a Mohammedan law. So in Hindu law, we can get the property ancestor, something different. Whereas obviously in this Mohammedan, something different. So it's a religious aspect. We cannot just kind it, friends. Okay, religious is something different. So according to Mohammedan law, the rule to justice will be done only in the form of a religious. So therefore, everywhere a situation is not the same. Yes, exactly. So therefore, what do we do is, friends? Obviously, so yes, the only thing is what here, knowledge is there, law is there. The only thing is we try our level best. Is that we try our level best to get it? Because see, when we are a stomach full, we will not have a food, friend. We don't want to eat a food. When our stomach is empty, definitely we need a food. Anything we need a food, friend. So therefore, try first. We'll try it. Okay. So therefore, just I told you now, Malimat has given a 158. Yes, obviously, Kamraj. So trust is the mother of justice. Justice is the guardian of. Obviously, justice is the guardian at the same time. But obtaining a justice is a one thing. Yes, yes, Ruchi Devi. Good, very good. Thank you so much. So that's what it was a night pleasure to meet all of you in this platform. Okay, so let us take a ride. Let us take a path. Try it. Okay, thank you so much. God bless you. Take care of all of you. Okay, so try to inculcate everything. What to do, sir? Justice can be buried, but the only thing is where we can get it. Unless until justice, obviously. See, on common layman, see, there was a report has been given by the. Okay, there was a report has been given by some of the person. See, common layman. See, only two way people are ready to fight. One is court, one is in a hospital. Okay, one is court, one is in a hospital. Why? Hospital for the life. Whereas in a court, obviously, sometimes we can say it's ego. No, hey, let me. But the only thing is what happened, the justice has to play it here. But when to play the justice, justice should be involved, justice should be provided. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll meet it up again when the time permits. Thank you so much. God bless you. Take care of all of you. Thank you. Death threat, many things are there, Bhagwan. Many things are there. Credential theft, anything. Many things are up with. Okay. So many should we eradicate this problem? Trinab Sharma. So how should we eradicate at the same time? I told you, so justice, how do we eradicate it? So when we get a justice, see, something is what happened. Take for example, my failure is a 1 crore, but when we get it at 20 crore, but the only thing is very, very unique things. The thing is, we do have a law, we do have a something, we do have many things. It doesn't mean the law is not playing. It playing. It's the only thing is, of course, obviously, inadequacy of implement. How do it? We have to be. I told you in that murder case. See, justice came. Definitely, justice came. The only thing is, we have to be implemented. Getting the rules are there, rooms are there. We have to be used. It may be theft. It may be murder. It may be anything. Take for example, say you can take any Nirbhaya case or many things. That was not a guilty, rather than he was innocent because of the threat by the public out. There was a committed. Yes, happening. Obviously happening. Okay, so justice are there. We have to be tried, friend. We have to be tried. Okay, we have to be tried, sir. Just now the talked about the juvenile committing crime. Obviously, procedures. I wanted to give me your thought on the recent case happened. Boys, love. Yes. Juvenile Justice Act came 2000. Yes. This is more than enough. Thank you so much. So, thank you so much. God bless you, friends. God bless you. At least from this platform, I met my students, I met my well wishers, and of course, at least tried to provide something which will be fruitful to you. Try to fruitful to you. Thank you so much. Love you. Yes. God bless you, friend. Have a bright future. Study well. And the aspirants of the law, please choose it. Take a better decision and implement it. Okay. God bless you. Take care of all of you. Satyanarayan Kumar. Sir, is there any way to make a criminal justice more effective without making it punishable? Uh, Satya Kumar. Criminal justice, I told you, no. Criminal justice, it has nothing but, for example, the person one who committed a murder, death is not a justice. Take for example, I'll tell you. Take for example, domestic violence. You can take 498. That is, of course, the cruelty. You can take. The wife is filing a case. Some of the few cases you are not believing. Many majority of this are cruelty cases. Okay, the majority of the cruelty cases against the wife, you're not believing 90% of the cruelty cases not been properly done before the court of law. You know why? Because the case is running, but one chart, the people who filed the case, they only withdrawing the cases. It doesn't mean, according to 498 speaks about, you will be liable for rigorous imprisonment, domestic violence, that you have to pay that days. The only thing is what? End of justice. So therefore, one column has been given by the great person called justice. See, we have discussed now what is it, all those things. One column has been given, friend. So if the people has been committed a crime, okay, people has been committed a crime, roaming to the court, that itself is a justice. Somewhere somebody said that, friends. So therefore, justice, the meaning of a justice in the eye of the people will be in the different interpretation. The interpretation should be satisfied, should be truth, and should be reasonable. That's all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. Take care, all of you. Thank you so much. God bless you.